Hi, I'm Meg Snyder, editor of Pharmaceutical Processing, and I am here with Russ Somma of Somatech LLC, and this is the end of day 3 of INTERPHEX. So Russ, how'd it go?
Busy 3 days, but I think it was very exciting, that's for sure. Continuous processing gets brought up even when it's not on the agenda. That's all I can say. So obviously we're saying the right things here.
Okay, and the first session today was the tech transfer and war stories. What were some of those war stories that were discussed?
Well, the war stories were stuff that my colleague Chris and I have encountered. Hopefully these were something that would resonate with our attendees such that and by the amount of head shaking, I can tell you, Meg, there was a lot of resonation, and hopefully we gave them some guidance. We had a couple of startups in the audience, and that really, we got together with them. There was a lot of interest. So again, they're here at INTERPHEX where they want to do some commercialization. They came to this to understand it. So once again, I think we fulfilled our objectives here.
And for those startup companies and tech transfer, what were some of were there like key concerns that were across, across the boundaries that were something that they wanted to discuss?
What is interesting is one of the things that, that Chris and I discuss, obviously, is what don't you anticipate? And that ranges from, gee whiz, there's no place to put the effluent water. But what I was surprised about, the ones that we spent the most time answering, because, my barometer is how many people come up after the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, we're going to go to a CMO. How do we pick them? And how do we know that our IP is safe? So that gets back to a topic not only we talk about early on, but also last year. So again, IP protection for the little guy going to a big company is key, obviously. And these folks are here shopping for it.
Okay. And were there any variants of questions between like a small company doing a tech transfer and a larger company doing a tech transfer?
There always is. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, big companies have a tendency to over-engineer it. So that was some of what we heard.
Okay.
It's always a cast of thousands, but there's only 3 guys doing the job. So, we tried to sort through that. But the big company, there is a definite difference. And what we told them is, you got to just do it more efficiently. And again, that's pretty much, understand what you got, know it, and use it.
Okay. Well, efficiency is definitely a theme across, all different topics. And as far as the second topic, soft gel capsule manufacturing, what were some of the things that were discussed in that INTERPHEX live discussion?
Well, what we hope to talk about, I think what happens is, here's the way I've explained it to some of our folks is that, soft gelatin capsules have always been a dosage form out there. They're a little bit more specialized. They require more dedicated equipment because their purpose. It's not like a one-size-fits-all. The reason I bring this up is a lot of expertise in that area is needed, but there seems also to be a lot of misunderstanding of requirements. So what we talked about was in the manufacture of soft gel was dehumidification, annealing processes, drying processes, and we got into some real specific stuff that was not only germane to the capsules, but also hopefully to the oral solid dosage form. That is reduction of humidity, not to unrealistic levels.
Were there some key questions or things that folks did not understand across soft gel capsule manufacturing?
And I think in a lot of cases it was a misunderstanding. It's not, and again, that misunderstanding wasn't just with soft gel. It's a misunderstanding we see in general on how much moisture can I tolerate in a room. And people think it's like air conditioning. I just turn it down, it gets cooler, and I'm drier. Well, there's a rate limiting step, and what we talked about, and the fellas from Cathabart were here, they talked about the psychometric implications of moisture loads, and I think a lot of people got it. It was a couple of ahas there. Okay. So we did well. I think hopefully we've answered a few questions again.
Okay, that's good.
Simply by coincidence.
And overall reactions for the show, since we're wrapping things up, what were your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts was as I was walking through the show, and what surprised, I didn't realize just how many continuous process posters were out there. Okay. So apparently we were talking, we kind of get locked into this one room we're in here. So it was great to see that is a theme that's across there.
Okay.
But overall, I think it was a very upbeat show. I think as usual, I think I've had 3 or 4 people said the reason they're here is they're looking to commercialize, small firms looking for support. And that's what we're all about. It's where science meets commercialization, So that's what we do.
I think that's a perfect way to end this. So thank you so much for a great show, Russ, and we look forward to another good year next year.
Absolutely. Thank you
All
very
right.
much, Meg.
Thanks.